Live.
We're live.
Enjoy.
All right, Mike, you want to click that? I appreciate it, man.
What's
Thank
up
you.
out there, New Hudson? Stoney's on the river. Open mic TV.
Actually, I need to ask my our sound engineer. Would you mind grabbing the Paps? He doesn't have his headphone on. He can't hear us. John, can you relay the message?
They want you to grab a Paps. Somebody needs a
Anyway,
Thank you, sir.
I would put it right outside the door.
Hey, what's the point of being the talent if you can't give a little service, right?
Talent. Hang on.
damn.
Although this is actually really good. This Anderson Valley Ghost. I don't know if you guys like Ghost Ales. This is pretty
Hey, we
good,
got
too.
some great entertainment tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try that out, actually.
All right, John, we can hear you on the mic.
Yep.
Just a heads up.
I was going to mute it shortly.
No worries. Just letting you know.
Oh, you don't like my voice? I don't like my voice personally, but...
You gonna pop that camera pretty quick? It'll pop up on that one, right?
Yeah. Oh, for me. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Say hi, Mike, to everybody out there. Hi. You won't. I mean, they can't see anyway. It just says Stoney's on the river.
We got Mike and John. We got a sound engineer and a video engineer and producer.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Go
No,
ahead.
it's
Go
all
ahead.
good, man.
I know I'd mentioned a couple people and they looked at the logo, but for those who don't know, I mentioned TRL. So back in I don't know, you probably weren't watching that though either.
Probably
that was
not.
like
What the hell is TRL?
late 90s, 2000s. It was MTV, and they had a corner office in Times Square, and they would do Carson Daly. Well, I think he's on like the morning or Good Morning America now. But anyway, it was total request live, and they'd play videos and have bands in there, and there was a live audience and stuff, and so that was kind of like part of the idea about some of this. So
Right?
that's
It
where
works.
that's where the logo came from. That's why it says open mic.
The logo's
Music
cool as
Stream
hell.
Vision.
They shut us down when we tried to send it out to get a T-shirt made. Said we were infringing on someone's rights, so we just got to find a different T-shirt maker.
That's right, underground T-shirt maker,
Right?
the kids' art class. All right, we're good.
We're not on the
Hey, there
camera
we
yet.
are. All right. So episode, I guess official, they can see us now. So we should probably talk about what we're doing tonight. So episode 6 of Stoney's on the River.
Yep.
And Stoney's on the River is explanation again for those who
Stoney's on the river. For those of you that don't know, a friend of mine, Hugh Hayes, he was an artist, and when we had we just built the patio, we had a bar in a different area, and he called it Stoney's on the River, and he made all these cool paint jobs of this place on the river. It's a grand river, but he made it look like a river, like we were fishing and whatnot. And anyway, he's always called it Stoney's on the River. And I thought that'd be a good name for the stage at the New Hudson Inn, and then wanted to do a live show once a week, and I was talking to Andrew about it, and he said, let's go with it. And I said, what do you think about Stoney's on the River, And he said, well, that'll work. And that's what we went with. So we're going to get in a canoe and put it in Grand River, and Andrew and I are going to get it like we're rowing. We're going to superimpose the river underneath us. It'll be good.
Should be cool. So basically the stage is technically that would be what's called Stoney's on the River. That's the stage at New Hudson Inn.
And our weekly shows, what we're going to do when we're at the bar is we're going to interview a waitress, one of our waitresses, or whoever the customers want us to interview each week. We're going to interview them. You can ask questions. We can ask questions. We're going to interview a musician. A musician's going to play. It's going to probably be 15 or 20 minutes of just talking and what's going on at New Hudson with the food and entertainment and stuff like that. And since we can't do it there, Andrew said, let's do it in my basement. I got the setup, so we brought it here for now. We don't have the waitresses because we got to keep social distancing and stuff like that. But, it's worked out damn good to get us started, and especially with Kent and John and Mike trying to learn all the audio and video and Zooms. A whole lot of goes into this production.
It does, yeah. So definitely a good shout out to Kent Winslow. And Kent actually started, you were wanted to do Stoney's on the River at the bar. This whole thing happened. Kent had approached me about doing a Zoom meeting and playing, just artists kind of doing a get together and going over Zoom. We tried it, but we didn't know about some of the Zoom settings that you can change. We know that now, but back then it cuts out all the guitar and singing, is it's looking for, it considers it background noise. So there's actually software ingrained into Zoom that you have to turn off so that you can play music, and we didn't know that, so it wasn't the best I guess, experience. So then we redid.
My daughter said she loves TRL.
Oh, all right, awesome. So we ended up redoing redoing this thing as kind of a new format, but we wanted to be able to interview people because, again, this is about the artists, and want to go from there. So, say Amy Hart Parent. Hey, Amy, how you doing? Tom Holland, is that the actor, that Spider-Man?
No, that's my brother-in-law, man. Good dude. Hey, Tommy, you want to run Wranglers?
So tonight we have, well, first off, we want to say our sponsors are 3Chord.
3Chords. We'd like to send a shout-out to Megan. When you guys get back, open up. We need to see it because our supply is very low. See?
Wink, wink, wink.
Look, see?
Hey, the 12 year is not bad. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're drinking the rye. You guys, if you ever had 3Chords bourbon. Then we got the other sponsors, Pabst. Tony Stefanik from Fort Wayne, Vice President, Pabst Brewing Company. I love him. He moved away, cheated on me, but that's all right. Pabst, good sponsor.
All right. And tonight we have Anthony Retka. He's playing 3 originals. And then Steve, is it Steve Julian or Gulian? I think it's Julian. I don't know. He's unmuted. He could tell us later.
It's a hard G. It's like Julian, but with a hard G, so it's Gulian.
All right, Gulian.
Which means, of course, I was called the Ghoul for the majority of my high schooling.
The Ghoul was cool, though, man. Come on.
Right? Tom Picard.
Andrew's too young for the Ghoul.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know who the Ghoul was?
No.
Oh. The Ghoul used to blow up like frogs on the late night, play these horror movies, and he'd blow up a frog, and like it really blew up. Anyway.
Sorry. And then lastly, we're doing Jeremy St. John. I know we were gonna have him on last week. We ended up getting Kevin in. We're trying to get Jeremy on. He's a busy man right now, so we weren't able to get him on again tonight. But we wanted to do him the justice and play a couple of his songs. And he's been a pretty good friend to all those folks out there in music and New Hudson in as well. So very talented. I'd say young man, but I think he's about my age. So I don't know if I can say that or not. Anyway.
One other thing. I think I talk about it every week. At New Hudson, I got together with Andrew. Someone introduced us. And we got this open mic going, and it's got a lot farther than that as far as the music and the business and everything. And our goal here is, if I could have music on that patio 7 days a week and pay you guys, 6 because we got the open mic, but that's my goal. I want everybody to come to New Hudson Inn because I got the best music, the best service, and I want you guys to play there because you guys are the best. And it all comes together. You put people together with good music, good environment, and some cold spirits or coffee or whatever, and it always works.
All right. Well, I'm going to jam a couple songs, and then we'll get into it. So the first song is Breadline by Megadeth. So a little better than a acoustic Megadeth song.
Hey, when he's done, you guys got to give us some feedback, what you think, too.
Ain't got no job, ain't got no smoke, ain't got no car, life's a joke. Living on the scales, thinks the world's just fine. I forgot what he did, dancing on the red line. Nothing left to bind him, nothing left to find him, nothing to remind him. He's about to lose a lifeline as he's dancing on the red line. I forgot who he I've forgotten who he was. Used to call the shots. Now we can't connect the dots. He's a mover and a shaker, getting closer to his maker. Looking at a hemline, dancing on the red line. Nowhere left to find him, nothing to remind him. Nowhere left to find him. Who's about to lose a lifeline? As he's looking for a headline. He's sniffing out the white lines. He's dancing on the red line. Who's about to lose a lifeline? His head's looking for the headline. He's sniffing out the white lines. His head's dancing on the bread line. Dancing on the red 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 line.
Like a little Megadeth.
Right? Whoa.
Yeah, you got the big echo. I'm doing that on purpose here. Alright, that's the next song I play often, so sorry, but I figured play something I felt comfortable with.
Memories are just where you lay them. Drink the waters, damps give up their dead. What did you expect to find? Was it something you left behind? Do you remember anything I said when I said fall away? Lead me to myself. Fall away. Leave life bleeding in my hands again. Leave life bleeding in my hands. Life bleeding. Oh, hold me now, I feel contagious. Am I the only place that you've left to go? She cries that life is like some movie in black and white. Dead actors faking lights over and over and over again. She cries fall away. Leave me to myself. Fall away. Leave my bleeding in my hands again. Leave my bleeding in my hands my hands again. Leave love bleed out in my hands, in my hands. Leave love bleed out in my hands, in my hands again. And I watched as yeah, time away. You don't remember, but I do. You never even tried. Fall away, lead me to myself. Fall away, leave the bleed out in my hands again. Leave the bleed out in my hands again. Leave the bleed out in my hands again. Leave love bleed out in my hands, in my hands. Love, love, bleed out.
That's standing room only.
All right.
Hey, I gotta tell you, I'm jealous as hell, man. I wish I could do that. I really do. I sit here and just gotta drink. Well, I feel bad. It's like I need to get a guitar or a banjo and at least have a song played while I'm pretending to play, so you can sit there and feel stupid and just drink.
Fair enough. We'll get the banjo going.
Stoney, you learn 3 or 4 chords, you can do a whole lot of Bob Dylan songs.
Right? I can't sing. He'd have to sing, so it wouldn't do me any good. I want to make
Again,
him...
you learn 3 or 4 chords, you can do a whole lot of Bob Dylan songs.
Right on.
And this is coming from the biggest Bob Dylan fan on earth.
Right.
Well, thanks for indulging. And thanks for letting me. This is, like I said, this is really about you guys. I just like to play something. At least I feel like I did something each week musically. So, well, let's kick it off. Anthony, welcome. You're on.
Hey,
I think.
what's
Hold
up?
on. There you go. You're going to be on now.
Sweet.
I can see your face. So how you been?
I've been well. I can't complain. And if I did, what do they say? It wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't do you any good.
Right. Yeah. So no, I've been good. I've been keeping busy during COVID.
I see.
C19. I've been doing all right.
So you've been. I see you post pictures a lot. You got some pretty cool photos.
Yeah, I take walks to Belle Isle every day, and I love taking pictures and posting them. It's like a. I don't know that it's very good, but I consider it like a little bit of a second art outlet for me. So
You live down in the city?
Yeah, I live in Indian Village.
Right on. My sister lives not in Indian Village, but she's downtown, and she's always walking in the Belle Isle, and just Detroit's come along. Detroit's come a long way. I got to give a shout out. I mean, didn't know it till she moved down there. I went down there. I couldn't. It was amazing how far north everything's developed. From the river all the way. I mean, it's got to be 3, 4, 5 miles. Yeah, it's nice.
They've done a good job. It's great. I love it. It's a city I was born in. I'm glad to be living in it. So
cool.
I'm excited to be here. And like I say, taking those walks every day to Belle Isle is therapeutic. I get song ideas. I take pictures. It's wonderful. So, but yeah, I've been keeping busy. I released a new EP last week called Never Has, Always Will. And that's available on Bandcamp and soon Spotify and iTunes and all that. So I've been keeping pretty busy. I recorded and mixed a lot of that from my apartment during all this. So it was kind of a fun project. So
hopefully it won't last much longer. I know you've enjoyed it. We've all enjoyed it, but we're ready to get back to work. And
enjoy is relative.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I'm
it is.
still-
We were talking before the show. It's like, it's actually not a bad thing, probably, for everybody to take, how often in life can you just shut shit down or shut stuff down for 2 months, and sometimes you just need a reset, and it's not out there for you. Yeah, right. I'm not going to show up for work for 2 months, but actually,
Yeah, totally.
I'm ready to get back to work, but I think sometimes you can use a break.
Yeah. It's the break's been good, but I'm ready to get back to
Right.
it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm home, so I still thank God I have my day job, but it's still you work all day, and then you pick up your guitar and you work on your music, and then your leisurely time is all in the same. I live in a little tiny studio apartment. It's just the same walls and
Right.
not going to my job, not going to play open mics or gigs, and just doing it all in the same space is starting to. I'm wondering what day it is sometimes.
I agree.
Yeah, I can
This is
understand
what
that.
retirement is. I don't think I ever want to retire.
Amen.
I did want to also bring up too. So I have here Fields and Fortresses.
Yeah, that's a record
Yep.
I did. I released that in 2016. Yep.
And then I also have Big Parade.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
So,
that
hey,
one I did.
I'm waiting to get these things autographed though.
Right. Hey, I brought up in the past couple of weeks with we got a lot of great entertainers. We do, but there's some that are just a step. I said when we started open mic, a lot of times people are there after work, they're drinking, they're having a beer, they're talking, and sometimes they talk a little too loud that it's hard to hear the entertainers. Then we get the contest going, and you want people that are on the stage to be listened to, and you got to tell these people to be quiet sometimes. But I brought up in the past that when a certain person gets up on that stage and starts going at it, they shut the crowd up. Nobody else has to. And you were one of those that when you showed up and started going and everything got quiet, it's like, damn, where'd he come from? That's pretty damn good.
Oh,
and,
wow.
there's like I said, we got a lot of great talent, but there's only been a few that have just, nobody's got to get up there and tell everybody to keep it down a little bit. You guys do it on your own just by how good you are, and it's your voice.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love doing that open mic. It was a lot of fun, even through all that snow.
Yeah,
Right.
It's like coming from where I am. It's like a 50-minute drive without snow, and then with the snow, I was like, but it made it worth it. You've got a beautiful place there, and the people are all sweet and kind.
Well, thank you. You guys are awesome. 'Cause Andrew's like, I'm like, man, all this snow, like, thinking people are gonna show up. He goes, they'll show up, and you guys didn't, you guys killed it, man. You all showed up, and you didn't let down, and that's what
If you
it's
love
all
your
about.
craft, you'll go the distance.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, and that's really blown me away is how far people come. You know what I mean? To go. So, like you said, you're coming from Indian Village. I've got people from Clarkston.
Yeah.
Some guy was in. Like
We had
Jackie
somebody from
comes in from Jackson. I'm like,
Jackson,
man, like,
yeah.
it's so cool that people, go that far for music and especially, I mean, they're not going to come to I think to a place that they don't obviously not going to spend that amount of time driving if they don't like the place and the atmosphere. So I think that says a lot on both sides.
We got all new tables in there now. We did a paint job on the ceiling, and we've been running carry out, but we've had a lot of time to work on things. We got the floors all redone inside. The hardwood floors are all redone, and we got some cool lights in there, and we've had a lot of time to do a lot of things to make it better for you guys, and especially with us, Andrew and John and Mike, and working on the sound. We're gonna have it dialed in a lot tighter. So.
Yeah, and we'll continue the open mic contest. We'll get that back up. I know you were in the singer songwriter contest, and then we have so we really had to have two different ones. And then this one is open mic 2.0. This is the second annual year for it. Obviously, we had 2 weeks, and then it cut off. So I think so far we had Big Nick and David Wee and Eric Ritter went through, but we
I think
still
Jack too. Didn't Jack go? No. Yes. No.
I have to go back
Maybe
and look
not.
at it now. Maybe
Yeah.
he did. He might have. I don't know. I gotta look at my notes.
Been so long.
But we're gonna continue it, and I would love to have all of you guys on. It's such a cool thing, and it's so much fun. We're gonna still do it. We're gonna figure something out, but we'll make it happen. But anyway, back to you, Anthony. Before we start into I think the first song is "Lonely." What's the story of that song?
It's got two different things that kind of collided. I did outreach for a couple of years at the Pope Francis Center downtown, which is a homeless center. And a lot of the gentlemen that come in there, you know, are suffering from mental illness or OUD, you know, that they're dealing with drug addiction and things of that nature. And so they're just never quite in their right minds. And there was this one gentleman that used to come in all the time, and he'd, you know, talk to me, and I would listen, and a lot of it would be just kind of nonsense, things that didn't make sense. And he'd insert my name into his memories, and it was bizarre but lovely all at the same time. And
I get it.
and then every once in a while there'd be a moment of clarity, and he'd kind of come out of it. And sometimes he'd have his medication, sometimes he wouldn't, but whatever, he'd come out of it and he'd get really serious, and he'd tell me about how lonely he is and afraid he is, no family, you know, he sleeps on the streets. And when he's like, at any given moment, something could just take him away again, and he won't be present, you know. And that's got to be a terrifying feeling. And anyway, so I just kind of was thinking about that, and as I usually do, I grabbed my guitar when I got home and was just putzing around on it, you know, watching TV, strumming chords, and song came into my head, and you know, I just kind of decided I wanted to write that song. So I did. And then it kind of became introspective and about my desires in my life, and the things I don't have, and the things I wish I had, and the things I appreciate that I do have. And so it just kind of turned into what it is, which is more of a song about me than about the gentleman downtown. But it started at that point. So
Right on.
Awesome. So everybody, this is Lonely by Anthony Retka.
Loneliness doesn't bother me. It never really has. I guess it always will. My heart's made of steel. I think it's because I've been standing still. Don't wanna be lonely. Don't wanna be lonely. With each gift I see, there's a question for me. Lonely. Who wants to be lonely? Who doesn't want love? Who doesn't want love? I could give the world every piece of myself, clean up every shelf. I would dust every corner. I could bleed every apology into a river that leads to the sea and turns
that would be lonely. The rain is always lonely, and the sky is gray, and the world is passing away. Lonely, don't wanna die lonely. A child might be a gift to me. I love the signs, Kent.
That was awesome.
Nice job, man. Really, I love that
That
song. You
was.
played that in New Hudson too. I remember, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I really dig that.
Yeah, you know.
And that was the one I think I might have told you probably like 4 times, and you're like, all right, enough. And I kept saying it sounds like Travis, the band Travis. And I don't know if you ever looked them up, but it's such a their vibe, man. I love that band. They're so good. But anyway, love the
Thank
song,
you.
man.
Thank
And-
you. It's available on the new EP.
All right. Yeah, right. Wink, wink.
I could wink. I can't really wink.
We got to put. We'll get your links on the feed as well.
Cool.
We'll put notes in there too. So we'll add in you're on Facebook, right? And do you have anything Instagram?
What's that? What? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Like for your
What's
music,
that?
your music stuff. You've got a Facebook page for your music.
Yeah, it's just Anthony Retka Music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mike and John, if you guys want to load that up on the feed, and then, well, I guess just Google probably Google your name for music. We could probably pull up. I don't know if you're on CD Baby or if it's on iTunes, Amazon, all that stuff.
Yeah, everything's on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. Yeah, you just Google my name and website and stuff will come up for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So take a look at it. We'll put a link on it right now. Add it in, and then Atmosphere I think is the next one we have. Give us a little background on that one.
Atmosphere. I've spent a long time writing songs that are a bit in. I don't want to say negative, but they're not always the happiest of songs. Hence, lonely, right? But I've really tried to rediscover my songwriting in a way that always brings some kind of hope, introduces some kind of hope. And so I wrote Atmosphere one day. I was feeling a little down about something. I don't even remember what it was. And I was getting ready for bed, and I got into bed, and I looked out the window, and the moon was this brilliant, bright white, and it was shining. And I was thinking it was winter time, and I was thinking to myself, I'm in my apartment, in my bed, with my laptop, about to read my emails with this glowing moon coming through the window. I'm living basically like a king. And so, comparatively, and that's while I was doing outreach at the Pope Francis Center. So just comparing that sort of in my mind, I wanted to write a song that had a hopeful sort of twist to it. And so Atmosphere is just about, no matter how bad things get, we're all, we can always introduce perspective and try to find some kind of hope, even if it's just waking up another day.
Exactly. You gotta find some light in everything. There's positives and light in everything we do. We don't always need to find the negatives, and I agree with you. I mean, that's the way to go. It's like if we could put a positive spin on more things, especially on the news or just in life in general, to one another, man, a kind word and a smile goes a long way. And
absolutely. So that's what the song's pretty much about. Just kind of trying to find a more positive spin on some things I was going through. That's all.
That's awesome.
I do want to. We're just reading the comments as we're going here. Mr. Ryan Fisher says he loves the chord progression on that song. So get some thumbs up on
Atmosphere.
Yeah, on no, the one.
I mean, Lonely.
Yeah, Lonely. Yeah.
Cool.
So we got the Facebook Live when for you the people that watching out there, you comment on there. We see it. It all pops up right in front of us on the big screen. And you want to ask any questions to any of the entertainers or us or whatever, man, just put the comment out there. And
or whatever comment, we'll try to say hi. And Julia Brown's giving us some claps. So shout out to Julia. She'll be on next week. And then, Mike Eischen just popped up. He put in your Bandcamp, and we have your Facebook links on there as well for Anthony.
Oh,
so
sweet.
If you're interested.
Thank you.
Click and download, buy an album. I bought these on Amazon, I think. Yeah, it was Amazon. So just go on Amazon and buy them. It's cool. And he'll autograph any album you buy, right?
Yeah, there's only like 10 of them left. I don't, nobody buys CDs anymore, so I don't print them.
That's true. I'm old school. I got a bunch of CDs, and I'm sad they're going away because I like having like a physical. I want something.
I know what you mean. And if I had the money, I'd do like 100 vinyl or something, or do some kind of print of them. But it just really isn't. You just end up with a couple hundred CDs in your.
Hey, we need to have a vinyl night where we just roll some records, like real vinyl.
Dude, that'd be sweet.
Hook up a turntable and ask for requests, and let's spin them.
I can see you up there trying to scratch them.
Hey, some guy's $200 album.
Anthony's like, it's my only copy. Sorry.
With the headphones sideways, just getting
right.
I think it'd be a cool thing. I mean, somebody had a cool turntable on Facebook today. To come with a bottle of whiskey, believe it or not. But
all right.
Right. But no, I think we could. Let's do a vinyl night, man. We'll take some requests.
Stoney's onto something. He's onto something.
I think so.
This is the man that's got to. If there's an idea to have, he's gonna have.
I'll bring my records.
I'll bring my $3 albums. No.
Right. That's actually true. I have like nicer versions of my favorite records, and then I have like the crap ones. I found it like for $3 at a scratch a little bit. I'll bring those.
I think it'd be awesome. Yeah. I think we could have fun with it.
Like the Beatles album with the butcher babies on the front sealed. Let's bring that.
Yesterday. Yeah. That's the American version. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't bring that one. That one's worth a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying. That's the pricey one. You'd be like, yeah, I didn't mess
Can we just do some Beatles trivia?
Sure.
I
gotta ask you questions then. I was kidding.
Yeah, you gotta come up with them, Andrew.
That's fine. So all right, well, we'll get into Atmosphere. Go ahead, John, hit it, and then we got one more after this.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. It is week 27 of Songs from Seminole Street. I'm doing this a while now, but I've enjoyed bringing a song to you every week, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. This week I'm going to do a song I call Atmosphere, and I wrote it about having perspective. Anytime I'm challenged in my life, or I'm going through a moment of uncertainty or fear, I like to step back and just find a little perspective. So it seems fitting right now, considering the circumstances. And I say it better in the song than I do rambling on. I don't think I'll ever have a podcast unless it's a music podcast. That's an idea. Anyway, this goes out to my good friend Hugo Cruz. He's a wonderful local singer-songwriter, and he requested this tune, so I hope you all are well and you're staying safe and healthy. Hopefully soon the whole COVID-19 crisis will be over and we'll be able to go out and enjoy the spring weather together. I know I've missed a lot of you, and I look forward to seeing you again. Until then, enjoy the music. Why should I cry my way through a lonely afternoon? Why should I feel so bad when I fall asleep with the moon? Love can be hard to hold when it's trying to get away. Nothing can be more bold than putting it on display. I let myself down by believing everyone's point of view. Their mirrors reflected each crooked line I drew. There are moments when I can feel my skin age. I get caught up in the words I put down on the page. And we are all moving through the same atmosphere, shifting inside the light and collapsing in fear. Ooh. Why should we hold ourselves like the world is gonna die? Our bones just bend and ache while we hold on beneath the sky. I guess it's always been that way for 1,000 years. Everyone loses faith, but the heartache soon disappears. 'Cause we are all moving through the same atmosphere, shifting inside the light and collapsing in fear. Ooh. I love how you look when you're happy and when you smile. The depths of my darkness become a shining light for a while. When I'm alone at night and my mind is quiet and still, the dreams inside my head become the holes I have to fill. And we are all moving through the same atmosphere, shifting inside the light and collapsing in fear. We are all moving through the same atmosphere, shifting inside the light and collapsing in fear. Ooh.
I got you. The sound guy's too busy drinking.
Sound guy drank so much he had to pee right when we needed him.
And then we're chatting.
Sorry about all that talking at the top. Those are my weekly. I do a weekly thing called Songs from Seminole Street, and so I always do like a little introduction where I'm yapping along for like a minute, and then I finally get into the song. So
that's fine.
That's what it's all about, though, right? It's real.
Yeah.
No, that's the producer. Sorry. We have a sidebar here. You're the sound engineer.
We got a fight outside the door. The two engineers are going at it. Whose fault
Well,
is it?
Turn the camera so we can watch.
John,
I know, we
man.
need
John,
to.
you got your camera on you?
We should make him get in here.
We'll make bets on who's going to box the other
Right?
one
And
out.
apologize. Oh, my goodness. This is too much. All right. So the last song we have for you is, I think, The Other Side, correct? Man, and this one was on, it's on this album, right? The,
Fields and Fortresses, yeah.
Fields and Fortresses, yeah. And you took this picture too, right? I think you told me that on the
Yeah, I
album?
went out hiking and saw a tree that was half dead and half alive, and
I saw that's
thought
cool.
it was pretty. And so, yeah.
I never would have thought Andrew would have done this much background on an entertainer.
Gotta do some research, man.
You're pretty
This is
good.
legit.
You got a crew, don't you? Hey, kids, man, do some research.
I know, yeah. All right, yeah, that's got my 15-year-olds on the interwebs. I need background on this person. But no, I mean, I've been following Anthony and his music and stuff that he posts on Facebook. I enjoy it, so I've been kind of
Appreciate that, Andrew.
Definitely like it. So looking forward. In this song, any inspiration of this one, or is it just kind of another?
It's just a resentful breakup song with a girl that stuck a dagger in my heart and destroyed my world. So I thought I'd write something catchy to put her down.
Well, there you go. Well,
I don't-
Music, man.
take
It's a beautiful
that,
thing.
girl that this is about.
No, it's one of those things where you just write a song, it comes off your brain, and you're like, oh, I'm not really sure what it's about, but sounds good. So
Hey,
Right?
Listen, that's every song I think that I've ever written. It's like some catchy word, and then I'm like, well, now I got to write a song about this, and I got to have it like. I wrote a song called "Sticky Situation." I played with, I think it was last week, and honestly, like I just top of my head, we are just jamming the band down here in this room, and I just said "Sticky Situation," and it just stuck. And then we were like, well, we should write a song about it. And so we had to write a song. Actually, the song was written about, it's got references to Waco and stuff like that, and about people being in weird situations. So it's not like, it's not the other kind of sticky situation.
That's some
Actually,
sticky situation.
did you see that series on Netflix? It was pretty good.
No, which one was it? The Waco?
Waco.
It's Waco, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
There's,
Okay.
there's a series. It's called Waco. It's on Netflix. It's really good, actually. It's really intense. It's super intense.
That was an intense time.
Yeah, I'll have to watch. I remember as a kid, kind of like my dad's every night just watching TV about the Waco and David Koresh, and I'm like,
that was us, man. Everybody was watching every night to see if something was going to give.
Yeah.
It just didn't end well.
That thing went on 40 days.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Or 50. It might have been 50. It went on a long time.
It went on a long time.
And poor Waco, because like I drove through there last year, or actually this year or last year. Well, anyway, we drove through Waco, and I was like, "Oh, keep going, kids. We're not stopping." It's probably a lovely town, but I have no interest in ever stopping.
Right?
there.
They got that's all you think of when you think of Waco.
Yeah,
the David Koresh and what went down.
But I think the designer people down in Texas, Joanna and Chip and Joanna, I think they're from Waco.
Yeah.
Chip Gaines. And
My wife
Joanna.
watches that show.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh man, sorry, we'll get sidetracked too easily here. All right, The Other Side.
Watch Property Brothers.
Yeah,
That's a good one too.
Yeah, it's a good one. Well, now they're doing celebrities, like redoing.
IOU. That's pretty good.
All right. Sorry, Anthony.
Onward,
we're
let's
hijacking
go.
your interview. All right, we're gonna go into.
I don't care. I'm the one that brought Waco up, so.
Yeah. All right. So
The bourbon.
now the sound guy's telling me to speed it up.
Yeah, right. He's like,
Fisticuffs. I swear this is what it's gonna end up in. All right, Anthony. Love having you on. We're gonna play your last song here, The Other Side. Everybody, check him out. Facebook, online. Go buy his stuff.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome back. I skipped 1 week, but it's good to be back. This is week 30 of Songs from Seminole Street. And I'm going to sing a song called The Other Side. It's a tune I wrote and put on an album I call Fields and Fortresses. And I played the song a whole bunch a few years ago and kind of got tired of it, but I've decided to dust it off. So this is me dusting it off. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody who downloaded and listened to and shared the new EP, Never Has, Always Will. If you've not been able to listen to it yet, just go to Bandcamp, search my name, and it should pop up. It'll be available on Spotify and iTunes and all those platforms probably this week, and I'll be sure to post about that. Thank you all for your support and for tuning in to the Belle Isle live stream. That was a ton of fun, and I really appreciate it. It's always fun to play and see everyone's names scrolling and get all those beautiful comments. So thank you guys, everyone who's supported local music, and everyone who joined me last Friday at Belle Isle. That was really cool. So anyway, I think that's everything I have to say. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all safe. I see a light at the end of this COVID tunnel, but we might have to be a little more patient for it. So in the meantime, we can turn to music and each other. I don't know. That's all I have to say. I'll shut up and I'll sing. Enjoy the tune, everybody. End your week. I've been waiting on the other side. I've been holding on, the wheels just come right off. I could tell you never come around, darling. I could tell you never come around, darling. You could hold me for 1,000 years. I would turn to dust or maybe turn to tears. It's not what you say, it's how you wanna say it. It's not what you do, but how you wanna play it. Oh, my babe, I know where you go, I know where you hide. I've been waiting on the other side. I've been waiting on the other side. Oh, my babe, I know where you go, I know what you do. I've been waiting here for you. I've been waiting here for you. Go on, get into the other car. Drive away from here and drive away really far. I don't ever want to see you again. Don't even want to be your best friend. I will go back where I hide out best, and you'll believe that I failed another test. It's not what you say, it's how you want to say it. It's not what you do, but how you gonna play it. Oh, my babe, I know where you go, I know where you hide. I've been waiting on the other side. I've been waiting on the other side. Oh, my babe, I know where you go, I know what you do. I've been waiting here for you. I've been waiting here for you. I've been waiting here for you. Always like to end it with that chord. Thank you guys. Have a good week.
We're not muted. All right, sound guy.
I like all the clapping.
He's hitting it.
He's hitting it, man.
I see it, Kent. Nice.
Anthony, lovely man. So happy to have you on. I appreciate you doing this tonight. Thanks for being a part of this, and it's kind of this quarantine open mic that we're doing. Again, please check out Anthony's stuff online. Support these artists and stuff, and they're used to gigging right now, and they haven't gigged for a while, so please take care of them. Download their music. Listen to them on Spotify, Virtual Tip Jar, whatever they have going on. Just support them. And again, the links are on the feed, so please take a look for Anthony Retka and check out his stuff. And honestly, it's good music, and I'm not just making it up. I jammed this in my truck every once in a while with the CD, and I really enjoy it. So thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it.
Anthony Retka Music. Google it.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Thanks for doing this. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy now.
Awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then next, real quick before we get to Steve.
Hey, the New Hudson Inn's at 4,950 likes. I need to get to 5,000. So let's go, man. Reach out, spread the word, give me some likes. I need 50 likes. Andrew needs like 50 likes to get to 1,000 for 5 Becomes West, right?
That's right. Yeah, we're about 80 likes behind. So if you get a chance, go on Facebook and like New Hudson Inn and follow them. And then
5 Becomes West is
5
on.
Becomes West. And if you don't want to see the post, you can still like it. Just unfollow it and still like it, because then we still get the like.
He needs likes.
Yeah, we want to get to 1,000. Then
He wants to feel like he's a friend and
feel
you
like
like
we're cool.
him.
I don't know, really. It's kind of arbitrary.
I got some
but-
damn good customers. That's why it grows. It's pretty
Yep.
good.
And we just convince people to like our band.
No, you guys are
a little
good,
different.
but you haven't had a chance to play. That's the problem. Well, aren't you scheduled this week at the end?
Yeah, we're scheduled at New Hudson Inn on the 23rd. I believe that's canceled. We were also scheduled for the St. Mary's Polish Fest, and that got canceled. That was a bummer. Boo. I know, it was such a bummer. It was going to be a busy weekend. We were playing there. I had open mic. I was hosting at Drafting Table on Sunday. Then we had a midday show on Monday, and then the open mic on Monday night, and then Tuesday night the contest. So it would have been an extremely busy weekend for me.
It would have been profitable for him.
I would have stood, and I would have been working at work. I would have been extremely.
You got a
tired.
good job, your second job, where you can actually work and have fun.
Yeah, no, I love it. So it's cool.
Like I said, I'm jealous.
We'll get that banjo playing, man.
I tried.
We'll do something together.
My wife and daughter look at me like, oh, not again.
So next up, Steve Gulian. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. So retired this year, right?
Stopped working in October. Yes,
Right. So
Now I'm-
enjoy. And you've been traveling quite a bit, if I'm following you correctly.
Yes, that's correct. You know, I stopped working with the goal to get myself a hippie van,
69
up.
Volkswagen microbus?
load it up, and then try to sing for my supper at a brewery or a coffee house or a restaurant in every one of the 50 states. That was
Seriously?
seriously, that was the plan. I have the van was on order from a company out in Fowlerville who customized these. They trick them out just the way you want them. Unfortunately, they went out of business the week that my van was supposed to go into production. But to their credit, they did give me my deposit back. So the goal of playing in all 50 states has been derailed for the time being.
You need a 69 Volkswagen microbus with a piece and the love signs on it. And then you got to take a camera and feed it back to us, because I think that is freaking awesome.
Thanks.
cool.
No, the other
No,
part,
that would be, if you would shoot live streams from wherever you're at back to us and we'd show it, it'd be awesome.
yeah, I was also going to at the same time do a podcast from the road.
We'd like to tie into that. I mean, if you truly do that, I mean, I think that would be awesome. You know, every week we bring you to it from a different bar in a different state. I mean, how cool is that?
It's like Carmen San Diego.
Yeah.
But Steve Gulian.
That's good. I like that.
Where's Steve? And Steve's in South Dakota or Washington or California, and like that's just freaking awesome.
He's been everywhere, man. He's been everywhere.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's a cool. I love the idea. You were a teacher, right?
That's right. 30 years I taught.
Nice. Well, thank you.
Where at?
Grosse Pointe Public.
Right on.
Oh,
Awesome.
except for 1 year when I taught proudly on the island of New Guinea at the International School of Tembagapura, Indonesia.
Well, how about that?
Right.
That's
Go
a
tree
tongue twister.
kangaroos.
Say that 10 times fast.
I'm serious. If you go on the road, you got to let us know, because we'd like to be part of that if we could. I mean, I think that's just
Thanks.
awesome.
I'd like to think that a lot of the songs that I'm going to be playing, originals, things that I've recorded, and I'll talk about that later, but I got to really take those out for their first test drives because of you and the New Hudson Inn. So thank you for supporting live music. I spent many a Sunday there performing during the brunch crowd, and hats off to you for supporting artists and local music here.
Thank
Way
you.
to go,
You
man.
guys make it easy to do.
That's
Like
right.
I said, we're in the process of trying to find some more venues that we can spread more music. You know, we have bring in more entertainers or use the ones we got more often. So,
Good for you. We need more people like you in this state. So thank you again.
yeah, thank you.
I agree. Yeah, it's kind of nice working with somebody like Chris. It's different. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey,
I don't.
you
Hey, it's
know,
not stepping on any toes. Any other bar owners that like book him a
Come on,
band.
you guys are musicians, man. You know it.
John's shaking his head. He's got to work them every day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He says, "Oh no, he's got another idea." John, he's my chef, but he runs a lot of my POS. He runs a lot of stuff around there, and he does a great job. And but he's also this is more John. This is John. John's our producer, and he's tying all this together, and he loves it with help. He's got some help out there, but that's his thing, and that's my thing is getting you guys, you entertainers, man. I love you guys. I think music and spirits, and it just brings happiness, and that's what makes our places comfortable, and that's what we want to keep continuing to do this. And somebody said, "You're going to get another place. You're going to steal your music." I said, "No, I'm going to give my musicians more places to play, maybe even bigger, so we can expand. We can expand on it, to a." I shot Andrew some pictures of the stage and with the venue we were looking at and stuff, and he's like, "When we start?" So it's not. I'm not taking from New Hudson Inn. I'm going to share what we've created at New Hudson Inn with a lot of other people if we can, and it gives more musicians more stage time and able to hopefully make a living. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't want to go into too much what you had said or done or looking at, but yeah, I mean, to expand it, I mean, that's kind of the coolest thing is to find, like you're doing. I mean, you're going to 50 states, which is, just music, man. It's universal. It's cool.
Shit, we'll meet up with you. Let us know in certain states we can.
When you're in Key West,
hey, when you're in Key West in October, baby, I'm there.
All right, I'll put that on the list for sure.
I'll see you February in Austin.
Oh,
Is
definitely.
South by Southwest?
No,
Definitely.
that's when I go do my hog hunt.
That's when you go kill things.
Sorry
Yeah,
sorry if
that's
anybody
all right,
doesn't
it's
like the
all right.
hunting, but I don't know. I like pork.
Well, I love the music scene in Austin. It's fantastic. The time before we were reminiscing about, crossing paths virtually just a week apart. And I was able to see two of my favorite groups and musical inspirations, Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers, and Fastball. We're playing a double bill there at
Fastball?
Austin City Limits. Fastball, yeah.
Yeah,
Great
they're like
songwriters, both of those guys.
Have you ever been to South by Southwest down there?
I have not. Have you?
No, that's on my bucket list though. I'd love to go down there and I was telling Andrew if we could spend like 4 or 5 days down there just checking out music and having some barbecue. I mean, it don't get much better.
Oh, yeah, you could do a lot worse.
Because they say they got a lot of up and coming musicians down there.
yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's I mean, I haven't been. I talked to people that have gone, and I've wanted to go for years to head down there and check it out. So. Yeah, we'll make a road trip. Stoney's on the River live from
Austin, Texas.
6th Street. It lasts about 30 minutes before we can't speak anymore. So Steve, this first song we have is I Belong With You. I think this was one you did with a group, right?
Yeah, this is a song that I wrote and performed with my band Rosetta Pebble. RosettaPebble.com. Shout out. And
not to be confused with Rosetta Stone, right?
No. If you know the story of the Rosetta Stone, we don't claim to solve any great mysteries. We just unlock a little piece of the puzzle, just the Rosetta Pebble.
All right, I like it.
So yeah, this song, I Belong With You. The working title was Dorotha's Porch because when we stay down in Indianapolis, we stay with a dear friend of the family, Dorotha, and a lot of the song was written on her porch. And here it is, I Belong With You, Rosetta Pebble.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Hit it, John.
I belong with you. I belong with you. Baby, I belong with you. I belong with you. Well, you know it's true. I've been back and forth and round and round. And you've been there too. I think we're two of a kind. So let's double down and lay it on the line. We'll be fine. It may be right, it may be wrong, and I've been holding out so long. Now I know it's true, I belong with you. I belong with you. We've got some years, and there might be something grinding in the gears. On a trail of tears is where I ran into you. And we both had been around a block or two, just passing through. Might be cursed, we might be blessed when we collide and coalesce. I can't tell it's true, I belong with you. I belong with you. I belong with you, baby, I belong with you. I belong with you. It's nothing new to look long enough to find a flaw or two. There's a lot to do and redo. You know the cracks and peeling paint. I never ever said I was a saint. Banged up black and blue, but I belong with you. I belong with you, I belong with you, baby, I belong with you. I belong with you, I belong with you. I belong with you, I belong with you, baby, I belong with you. I belong with you. I know it's true. You know it's true. It's true. Oh, it's true. I belong with you.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, I like that one, man. I listened to it a couple of times. I know you saw us on the Zoom here walk out. We're trying to get some video suggestions, talking to the producer, but dig the song, man. That's cool.
That is a good song.
Do you guys still do anything together as a band, or are you kind of just doing your solo act now?
Little of both. No, the band is still, we perform mainly as a duo these days.
Okay.
Although we have a fourth CD that we've written all the music for, and we're going to go down this summer back to Hit City Recording in Indianapolis, where we are produced and engineered by Tim Brickley. And he's the other guy you saw in the video there playing the bass. Tim's fabulous singer-songwriter. And Rosetta Pebble, we play, we used to play, like I said, when we were all able to go out and about, coffee houses, breweries, and as a duo mainly now.
Nice.
No, that's nice.
I look forward to it. I hope to see you guys at New Hudson or something, or one of the future venues
when they're out in Colorado or Arizona or something.
Definitely stream you guys. That would be awesome to see you. Yeah, I want to see the Alaskan show, right?
No, I just rolled out when I was just talking to the producers, John and Mike. I'm like, hey, how cool would that be? We're on a Monday night and we got you live from, South Dakota or something, from some, bar that
Sturgis.
Then I'm really jealous, man. I think that's awesome. That's a great idea.
Look forward to checking in with you.
Awesome. So this next song we have on here is Good Old Days. I think this is just you solo playing it. But what's besides the good old days? I mean, is it pretty self-explanatory?
It's a song about living in the moment and appreciating what you have when you have it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, that is fair enough.
And I performed it as a sound check there before a Rosetta Pebble show. We were at Trombley Elementary Auditorium, and we were testing out several microphones. You know how that goes. And so the engineer, Greg, he said, hey, go just play. I want to hear these two microphones. So I started playing this song, Good Old Days, and the cameras happened to be rolling. So hope you like it.
Right?
Well,
I like it.
All right. Well, let's check it out. We'll wait for John here 1 second. And this one is Good Old Days.
walking to school, holding your hand, hoping that you understand. These are the good old days. I hope we don't forget. These are the good old days. We just don't know it yet. I pray that you'll stay, sweet little one. But dreams have a way of coming undone. First at the fault lines, then the seams. Let's savor these small steps in between. These are the good old days. Hope we don't forget. These are the good old days. Just don't know it yet. Day turns to night, it's summer to fall. But try as we might, you can't catch 'em all. I won't make the credits or the final scene. I'm down in the outtakes. I have forgotten dreams. These are the good old days. Hope we don't forget. These are the good old days. Just don't know it yet. These are the good old days. Too soon, just silhouettes. These are the good old days.
Hey, thanks to the good old days.
Man, cheers.
Oh, good old days.
The sound, that
Lift it
sound
up.
quality,
Lift
that's
it
Gotten in the
Lift
habit of
it
just
up.
kicking back when the news comes
Hold on,
on.
pause it for a second, John. There we go.
There
yeah.
you go.
There you go.
Right on.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Yeah, I got a drink, right? I love the sound quality. It looks super professional too. You got two like really sweet microphones up there.
Hey, you see how this works? Andrew's got the sweet looking microphone, and I just got it like.
Well, this is because I'm singing a song. I just want something a little bit, I need to make whatever I can do to make myself sound better.
I don't need a microphone to make me look good.
I need auto tune and a bunch of layering, some flanger and fake chorus.
Thanks. Yeah, when Greg Molotkowski, our sound guy, showed up and he had those mics, wow, you mean we're just not going to use the GoPro microphones that are built in? We're going to actually have some decent quality microphones? He said, oh, yeah, nothing but the best, Steve. Nothing but the best.
Well, hell yeah, man. That's awesome. A couple I miss what you guys are laughing about. Jeez, we're trying to be hey, we're having an interview right now. A couple comments. Can you pull those up again real quick, John, please? Thank you. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. I just want to say, so yeah.
He's moving fast.
Dude, yeah, I can't read it. I'm gonna have an epileptic seizure here. So Jack Alexander says, great job, Anthony. My wife does apologize for the kids jumping around upstairs if you hear any bouncing. Yes, Travis, thanks for jumping in. St. Mary's canceled is a bummer. We got Sue.
Sucks.
Yeah, she's bummed out about
She
about the music.
She
but
made
about
us
the
a
thing.
bunch of face masks for the bar.
Yeah, and Jack Alexander says he remembers you, Steve. Sunday brunch at New Hudson Inn. You do a great job. And then we had a little bit lower. Well, Tom's happy that John's doing the
POS system
yeah.
at the bar and stuff.
And then Mark says, Steve, Gulian, this is awesome. So it must be your buddy Mark. So
Thank you, Mr. Golis. Thank you.
There it is. And then Kent added in rosettapebble.com on the links. So if you like any of his stuff, please click on it, download it, listen to it, whatever you got to do. Support musicians. That's what we're here for. And
Thank
the
you.
last song here is, and I may have it wrong, it's Time We Fly, or is it Time We Fly 2020?
Time to Fly. It's
Time to Fly. Okay, I'm sorry.
You know, we've had a lot of time here as musicians and artists to go back to songs that we thought were done and re-examine them. And so this song was actually written a few years back during a one-day, 24-hour songwriting challenge with my good friend Dave Huff and Jeremy from Inner Itch. We were up in Traverse City, just chilling out. We all had our instruments, and in the morning, I forget whose idea it was. It could have been one of the significant others. And they said, hey, you guys should all write a song today. Looked at Jeremy, looked at Dave. Let's do it.
You're like,
So
all
this
right.
song was my entry to this little contest. But then I was at a Songwriters Anonymous workshop from Mr. Dan Hazlett, and he was teaching us about partial capos. And so I revisited this song with the partial capo and sort of reinterpreted it. And that's why the copy you have is called Time We Fly 2020, just to remind myself that this is the version that I just read.
Gotcha. Perfect. And Travis, if you're listening, sound guy Travis, capos are good.
They're all right, brother.
Capos are good.
It's okay, man. Don't jump.
It's good enough for James Taylor.
Hell
Right?
Yeah,
Hey.
Yeah,
right?
but did you notice he said partial capo?
That's
Yeah.
even better yet.
Yeah,
That's
right.
like, you're getting real technical there.
Yeah.
Right. And then if you want to, you can put the partial capo on fret 4 and the real capo on fret 2.
Right.
And you can have two capos on your guitar at the same time.
The ultimate
Thank
would be like 6 capos, one on each string, and just as it like waterfalls backwards. I'd probably sound like crap, but anyway,
It's
sorry.
all good.
Right? Anthony's shaking his head like, come on, seriously.
Right. Well, this one is the quarantine reinterpretation of a song I wrote a little bit ago called Time We Fly.
All right, Time We Fly. Hit it, John.
I've gotten in the habit of just kicking back when the news comes on and playing guitar. And today's theme would be things that fly. I'm going to start with a little tune called Time We Fly. Just wait and see. That's all she said to me. Then she turned her face to the sun. Well, I know that look. I could say I wrote the book. But sometimes the best words are none. When you're all alone in a crowded room, no one hears a single thing you say. We'd be thick as thieves with aces up our sleeves if I'd arrived just in time to slip away. I think it's time we fly, kiss all our cares goodbye, forget the wheres and the whys. Hey, hey, my, I think it's time we fly.
swallowed up our stepping stones. Did you think about goodbye? Wait around the bend, the river slows and the rapids end. We can give it one more try. When you're running low, we can take a trip. I know a little place out on the lake. Let's escape the din, catch a second wind with northern lights icing on the cake. I think it's time we fly, kiss all our cares goodbye, forget the wheres and the whys. Hey, hey, my, my. I think it's time we fly, kiss all our cares goodbye, forget the wheres and the whys. Hey, hey, my, my. I think it's time we fly. Time we fly, if only.
Hey, thank you.
I like
Thanks.
that. That was great.
Nice, really good. I like the partial capo. It's pretty cool. Travis, if you're listening.
That was great.
Yeah, again, Steve Gulian, check his stuff out. Pebble Stone. And is that an album cover of yours?
Yeah, I'm working on this album right now.
Oh, that was cool.
It's gonna come out in June or in the summer. It's in East Nashville right now, being mastered by Duncan Ferguson at the Voltage Exchange there.
Nice.
This is an album that it's called Still a Little Summer Left, and it's all about enjoying, as a teacher for 30 years, I got a chance to retire every summer, basically. So I'm going to be really good at it. But this album, I do a lot of reading and a lot of gardening and a lot of writing music over the summers. And the song titles are all going to be book titles on this. I don't know if
that's awesome. That's cool. I like that.
Hey, I got to say something real quick. So when we started the singer-songwriter competition, I never would have thought we could have played that many originals and just been awesome, normally. And tonight's about the most since, we've started this that we've had originals. And
It's all originals.
You guys
really.
just kill it, man. I mean, the originals, sometimes
Thank you
people.
so much.
Well, sometimes originals
you,
people get leery about, but you guys just keep doing a bang up job. I mean, it's like the music's outstanding, and I just got to give it up to you guys.
And we have to reciprocate. Thank you for providing the stage and the spotlight for us to actually practice our craft and to hone it and to find out what works, what resonates, and what doesn't. If we didn't have places like the New Hudson that support local music, we wouldn't be nearly as far as we are, would we? So, thanks.
Thank you, Stoney.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Stoney's right. I mean, yeah, it's cool that tonight's been all. We were talking. I know we mute ourselves and kind of chat between, just kind of catching up on what's going on, and yeah, that's what we're talking about. I was like, this is pretty cool. All the originals, and this is what Stoney said. I mean, all these original songs, and it's entertaining because again, right when you. So I mean, there's some original songs you hear people play and.
You're like, damn.
They're just there, but that's the cool thing is like the amount of stuff that's come out of New Hudson, and even just in Detroit, just the whole area, just seeing the talent, man, it's mind blowing. And it's from a musician's standpoint. And this is I'm not just blowing smoke. I'm being honest. Like, sometimes I can sit in my house and think I'm pretty good if I'm playing with my daughter on the piano, but I get out there and hear people, and it's like. Wow, I gotta practice. But I love that though, because it's challenging, and I like to look at it and say, you know, I need to work on that, and I need to work on that, and I should. All right, wow, that their original was so, you know, and just finding, and that's the beauty of it. Is I think to me it encourages me to do better, and so I really appreciate all the talent that comes out there, and from all you guys tonight. You guys are all really talented. And I love listening to all of you, so I appreciate it.
And we're only halfway through the show. We've still got some great music.
Yeah, right.
He's been thinking of going away because there's great stuff.
Oh, plenty more, absolutely. And Steve, again, thank you so much.
No, thank you.
It. And any new comments out there that we got to talk about, sound guys? I mean, all right, I got to say this: our sound engineer, he poured himself a drink. And I don't.
Hey, look.
You know how you say give me 2 fingers or 3 fingers? It was like 2 fists of whiskey. I've never seen a larger pour. He took all the whiskey.
Tom.
So Megan, if you're listening, girl, we need some love over here, man.
So we
need some 3-chord. Megan's a 3-chord rep.
That's right. So Tom Picard, how you doing, sir?
Hi, I'm fine.
Hey, good to see you. I'm going to put this up by the camera here. We'll see if we can see it.
Oh, that's my CD, yeah. Actually, it's out of the camera now.
Oh, there's that one.
There it is.
Yeah. Here's the feed. So yeah, I threw it on the feed camera there. We got a couple cameras, a couple TVs. We got
I love that wall behind you.
Studio in this place.
Thanks. It's not actually a wall. It's actually paper. Stretched between 2 columns in the basement.
Well, it looks good, man.
It's very cool. People are full all the time.
Well, and I also noticed too, you had I love your little the tip thing on the bottom.
Oh yeah, my tip thing here.
No, but it's cool because it's just you know, you look like you're in a setting like in a you know, playing in a bar somewhere, which is cool. So
well, you know, I'm trying. I was making so many videos. I just decided I'd just work on the background a little. I don't know. It's funny though. I usually get the most likes on videos that I do outside. I don't know why, you know. I think people just like to look at the trees and stuff outside. So.
I don't know, maybe.
But I'm having fun with this. I move it around, change it around. This painting, you know, I'm a painter too, and I can pop the painting out and switch paintings. I do that for
that's
like
cool
each
as hell.
video. Yeah.
I'll
show you. Hang on a second.
Could be like Seinfeld, where you know the Superman's moved every episode.
What's that?
I said you could be like I don't know if you watch Seinfeld, but they'd always have the Superman would be all in different spots every episode.
Oh, okay. I never noticed that.
Yeah, so if you change up your photo, look at that.
That's
awesome.
Right on.
There's a real portrait.
Nice.
Okay. Whoops, I just broke.
That is absolutely amazing.
Thanks. I just broke the hanger, so I'm gonna have to let it.
That's all right. No, it's even better now. I like that.
That's perfect right there, man. That's like New Hudson.
Maybe I'll leave it like that.
Hey,
yeah.
There ain't nothing straight at New Hudson Inn, man.
That's fitting. Oh man, that's awesome.
That's fitting right there.
So,
well, I want to thank you guys for doing this and for having me. I'm very touched. You know, I've been out to the New Hudson a few times, not as much as I'd like, but you know, I'll be back again, and it's always a great time. And I'm really excited to be part of this.
Well, hey, we appreciate it.
No, yeah, it's our pleasure, man.
I always love having you out there, and you know, and is. I mean, I would say I'm a musician, but like when I do sound, because obviously people know me as like the guy who's doing sound at New Hudson or whatever. Or I think that they think that. I don't know. They're probably he's just the guy back there saying, "Hey, give this person a round of applause." But you know, and you're another one that when you come up there, for me, it's really easy to dial you in. You just, you know, consistency, good tone. You know, there's some people I'm struggling with all the time. Just to, you know, I'm peaking and I'm trying to get it's, you know. You're easy. I like it. When I see you, I'm like, and your music's good too, and I love it. And I love the harmonica that you do a lot with your stuff.
Thank you.
And go ahead, John. You can swap it over. So if you see over my face here on the stream, you will see a picture, or up there, or over this way. My arms aren't wide enough for that. You're going to see Tom Picard's album. I think I ordered that on, it might have been CD Baby. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can get it on CD Baby, yes. And Spotify, I think, and all those places, you know. There's still a few left, so hurry.
Wait,
Mother.
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So grab them while you can. I'm trying to point at it. Now I feel like one of those anchors doing the weather where you don't know where to point because you're looking at a screen.
Right.
Hey, we can do a TikTok video, man.
Right. But again, good music, man. I've been jamming to this in my car as well. With to be honest, I really like all the open mic people, man. When I can get a hold of their music and just jam to it, I actually really enjoy it. So, it's kind of my guilty pleasure, just listening to people's music.
And he's not lying because he'll call me and goes, "You got to hear this."
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's cool, like I said, and it pushes me to go further too. One thing I noticed too is you've got a pretty good setup. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but haven't we all gotten a little better technology-wise with this, stay-at-home thing? We're kind of figuring out how to do this.
It took us 6 weeks. And we finally, they're there. We're there.
Absolutely. I've learned a lot about things that I never really looked at before. Sound, and I'm finding out about how to get a good sound and that sort of thing. And it's been it's actually, well, I am retired. I've been retired for a long time, so I'm lucky in the sense that this hasn't really changed my lifestyle very much. The staying in and stuff. So
right?
I don't know where I was going with
you.
that.
True, we're envious. I don't.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah, my father-in-law and my dad as well. Actually, my parents and my in-laws, the same thing. They're, it's just the same old for them,
Right?
They're always trying to find something to do. So I guess I'm working, but my poor wife, she's stuck with the kids. But no, that's cool. It's awesome, and I'm
I
glad
think she's choking him upstairs. That's the noise we keep hearing.
Yeah,
right?
you keep hearing some bouncing around. I don't know what's going on out there. Is gymnastics, fight? I have no idea. Hey, either way, I don't have to deal with it right now.
All right.
But Tom, man, loved having you on. I didn't get any names of your originals. I know we have one video and it's got all 3 of your songs. So can you name them out for us?
I can, if I can remember. I just put. I have like 6 or 7 fairly recent songs.
Okay.
So I just picked 3 and put them up on that video, and I think I know which ones they are. I think the first one is "The Light" is the name of the song.
Okay.
Did you want me to set it up or something?
Yeah,
Are you
tell us
ready to
about
roll it?
the songs. I mean, and if you don't remember them, we can talk about them afterwards as well. So.
Okay. Well, "The Light" is about the idea of the song. It's one of these songs that you write where the words just kind of tumble out and you're not sure what it means or what it's about. You just kind of go with the stream of consciousness thing. And but putting this song together and then looking at it again, I realized that it's about following your own instincts and not being led astray by other people's opinions or, ideas telling you what to do. It's the idea of following your own light. So I guess that's what the song is about.
I dig it.
So,
well, we can start with that one, and then maybe what we'll do is after the songs, be a little refresher, and then you can tell us afterwards the following 2 songs because we've got your one video and it's got all 3 songs together, so we're gonna play them all here. So,
all right,
Tom
Sounds
Picard,
good.
everybody, take a listen and enjoy.
Everybody's telling me what I'm doing wrong, but I don't have to listen to them, this is my song. And when I'm singing it, I know what I know, even though I know that I got nowhere to go. It's alright, I see the light. Yeah, Jesus and Methuselah figured it out. Either one could tell you what this life is about. Me, I just stumble around like I'm in a haze. I'll probably just fizzle out one of these days, but it's alright. I see the light. Yeah. try to tell you what you already know. Only you can figure out where you wanna go. Sometimes I don't even know who I'm supposed to be. Maybe it'll all work out eventually, but it's alright. I see the light. Yeah. Hi, I'm Tom Picard, and these are a few of my songs. That was called The Light. That's a recent song, and I'll do a few more. Let's see. A D harp. There we go. Wish I had a song to sing you to ease your troubled mind. After everything we've been through, now we have the time. Time to make amends for everything we might have done or said unkind. Sheltered in this place together, all we have is time. Wish I had a tale to tell you, a story or a rhyme. After all our plans that fell through, now we have the time. Time to do the things that matter. Doesn't matter how the world unwinds. Safely in our sanctuary, all we have is time. Inside our home together, all we have is time. Here inside our home together, all we have is time. All right. So let's see, just take these off. Gonna assume that it's gonna be balanced enough. So one more song from my recent catalog. This is a song that I did as
instrumental on my recent CD sometimes. But I've since written words to it, so. Just a little loud. There we go.
Take this guitar from me, wake me from this fantasy, lost sight of reality, reaching for a star. Days and nights and weeks and years, singing songs no one hears, a waste of time and sweat and tears. So take this guitar. Take this guitar from me, I'd rather have my sanity. Don't know what came over me to make me stray so far. Now my shoulders ache, ringing ears and body shakes. Give this old man a break and take this guitar. Take this guitar from me, put me out of my misery, break the spell and set me free. Take this guitar. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed that.
All right, nice job, Tom.
Good job.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Crossroad Blues.
I was noodling there a little bit to your song. I love it.
Oh, really?
Good stuff.
It was.
So what's the last two? What are those called?
Well, the last one is Take This Guitar, and the one in the middle there is All We Have Is Time. And that's obviously about like the COVID, staying indoors, the quarantine stuff, and just trying to put a positive light on it. And I realize that like I said before, my own situation is not as dire as many others. But I was just trying to, reflect on the good way.
But you
try to find a positive way of handling it.
Well, that's a beauty, though. That's what music's all about. Like Anthony said the same thing earlier. He's trying to put a positive spin on something, and we need to do more of that. I mean, as people, man, the positives outweigh the negatives. I mean, it makes you feel better, puts you in a better place, and there's always a time for negative songs, and not negative, but just when you go through a breakup or something like that. But the fact that you guys are putting positive spins on stuff, I mean, especially this day and age, I think it's pretty special because we need more of it.
Yeah, well, it's therapy for me, writing a song like that, because it makes me look at like the best parts of things, or at least trying to.
Right.
And of course, the last song, which is a lot of complaining, is really just tongue in cheek. I mean, I've been playing guitar longer than I can remember, like somewhere in the mid 60s, I started playing guitar. So, I never want to give it up. I just thought it was a fun way of thinking about it. I've been playing it all this time, and I don't know. I just had fun with that song.
Well, love it, man. Enjoy it. I actually trying to double check here. Are any of those on here?
I don't know. My phone died. I was watching this on my phone, and all the videos on my screen are frozen. I don't know what that's about either, but I can hear you guys. But you're not moving at it. Well, actually, Anthony is moving, but the other photos, the pictures aren't. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay.
Keep moving,
All right.
Anthony.
Kent is moving, but really, the other two screens are frozen. So I don't know what. I think that's probably on my end rather than yours.
Hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, either way, they can hear us, and that's what's important. So,
Yeah.
Hey, well, again, Tom Picard, always a pleasure, man. I appreciate you being on. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks. Thank you.
episode
Thanks,
Thank you
Anthony.
so much.
Yeah.
We look forward to having you guys, all you guys, back to the end when we open up, and hopefully it's
Absolutely.
not too far down the road.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
And honestly, this is so fun, and for us too. I mean, we thought, hey, how do we keep people engaged musically during this time? And that was really to be honest, that was kind of the thought process here, was how do we keep people, thinking of, the music scene and the music scene around New Hudson Inn, and
just putting smiles on people's faces, man, giving them something to engage in on a Monday night that they.
But honestly,
I want to say too, like, I don't want to kiss your guys' butts or nothing, but I think we all understand being musicians and the logistics of doing something like this, especially in this atmosphere. It's a lot of work. You have to prepare, prep, send emails to everybody, set up the Zoom meeting, get together, set up the mics, make sure everything's sounding good. So I just want to say right now, while it's on my mind, and I've had a few glasses of wine, so if I ramble, just mute me. But it's a lot of logistics. So the fact that you guys are doing this for people is super, super cool.
We got Kent, John, and Mike. Those three guys. And Andrew, he's into that computer stuff too. He's just not. He's not. Hey, none of this from the beginning of all this. None of it happens without Andrew. You got to give it up for him. I met him, and we took this to another level, man. And it's not because of me. It's because of him. I may have the ideas and the place to do it, but without him, it doesn't work. And then you take John, Mike, and Kent, and these guys, man, they're doing this on a Monday night. I mean, it's freaking fun. I mean, I can't say enough. I owe them all, man. I owe them all a huge. Of gratitude.
And Ken, thank you for the informative email. You were very okay, this is the way it goes. Like,
I know.
He's professional, man.
I'm not bullshitting. Like, I'm serious. Like,
I can put people to sleep with how I write. I know.
I got to the third sentence. I'm like falling over.
Yeah.
No,
Don't forget the flow chart and all the cool diagrams.
I've done a few of these now, and they're just like, just kind of like, log in at, when you want, I guess. Like, they don't, it's very,
right?
You guys did it in a very professional and gave us all the info we needed.
So that's my work experience coming through.
Yeah. Because I'm super organized and goal oriented myself, and I have to I like lists, I like instructions, I like post-it notes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm super OCD, and these guys, we show up here every Monday an hour early. We have a pre-show thing and stuff, and it's amazing what these guys don't freak out. I'm stressing, what you don't last week was kind of stressful because we had some issues and I didn't deal with it very well. But these guys, they're just they just roll with it, man.
Half the charm of what we do is the train wreck atmosphere of amateurs,
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean,
That's the fun of it,
anything can
right?
go wrong, and I think anything that could go wrong, it's what Murphy's Law, kind of with this thing. But no, you're right, and I do appreciate it, Anthony. It's kind words, and I appreciate it. I appreciate what you said too. But it takes a village kind of deal, and honestly, this started off as for everybody else, but I think I can say for both of us. We could sit here and talk to you guys all night.
This
is so much fun. I mean, we really, really enjoy everything. Yeah, we enjoy this. It's fun. It's a blast, man. I mean, it took us. I think when the stay-at-home thing hit, we talked about this from day one, and it took us a few weeks because with anything we wanted to do it right. And if anybody that works with this kind of stuff, you get it. Last week, honestly, I had a new computer. I bought a new desktop PC to help run all this stuff separate from my laptop because we're having streaming issues. And of course, so I download new drivers from my Behringer mixer, which is a wireless mixer, and
it messed me up bad.
So Behringer decided to do 2 channels only, and they previously did 18 channel output. So I had to reroute everything but I couldn't do it on the fly. So I was in your left ear. Stoney was in your right ear last week. We only had channels 1 and 2. But whatever. We'll work through it.
We worked through it.
We'll figure it out. It's fine. We make it happen. So. Yeah,
But we
you can
couldn't
hear us
make
on
it
both
happen
here.
without you guys. It's about the musicians, man. That's all. I just want to give everybody a platform to get their music out there, and music and spirits, and just gathering, man. It's a beautiful thing that we've been missing, and I look forward to getting it back together in a safe way. And
It really is the next best thing.
It is.
Because we like to, we can't be there together physically, but I can look at each of you and say, "Hey, he's doing all right. He's doing all right."
Yeah.
And hear your stories and how you're coping and songs
when we're
you're
getting these
writing.
comments, we're getting if we get 1,000 viewers or whatever, we get all these comments, and the comments are always positive and towards our musicians and what we got going. Or they're even constructive criticism, like last week. Hey, we can't hear you guys. We can't hear you guys.
Hey, we need to know that too.
We need to know
so.
that, or because him and I are sitting. Sometimes, if the producer and the sound guy, if they're drinking too much, they don't pay attention to us.
And if the MC and the host are drinking too much, they'll go on till like midnight. And I've always
we will.
I'm trying to tell them, cut it short, leave them wanting more. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, they're on the other side of the window going like this to us all the time, man. Come on, pick it up.
All right. So, again, thank you. So far, we've had Anthony, Steve, and Tom. We really appreciate you guys being on here. Lastly, we're going to have Jeremy St. John.
Jeremy, if you are listening, young man, you will get on this show and talk to us in an interview. We won't just play your song. We are tonight. But we want you in an interview.
Yeah.
We just do, because
we might just do a separate interview on one of these. But yeah, Jeremy's if you haven't met Jeremy, he's an awesome guy. Great musician,
guy,
great
yeah.
host. He does open mics. He does a lot of live. He really gigs everywhere. And he plays a lot of stuff on Facebook. So please check out Jeremy St. John's music. But before we get into his 3 songs, I do want to say for next week, just as a heads up, we have Nick and Taylor. They'll be on here. They are Feathers and I'm gonna hack this up now. It's Feathers and Roses, I think.
Nick's the Roses or the Feathers.
Listen,
he's kind of soft. He might be the Feathers.
We'll talk about it next week. Butch Runyon's coming up. He's going to be here playing
from Florida.
From Florida, we got
That's
some videos from him.
Our second from Florida.
That's right, and one from Cali so far.
One from Cali.
And then we have Julia next week, and pardon me, but I don't know if it's Julia Baker or there's like your email is different than the Facebook name.
We
so
want to do this
which. But on here it's Julia Brown. On the email I think it was Julia Baker. So. If you're listening, you can correct me on the feed. But we're really excited. And the cool thing is I haven't met her in person yet, neither has Stoney. She was friends with one of the other guests, the featured artist that we had on here, Danny Canecross. And so she reached out, and I was like, absolutely, let's get you on. It's great to, again, music brings people together, and it's really cool. And
we're going to try to do it from New Hudson next Monday,
Yep.
Memorial Day. I'm only open for carryouts, but we're gonna get up on that stage next week. We got a lot of American flags all the way around that place. I got seats outside in the parking lot from Wednesday till Monday. If anybody wants to come up and get it to go, I'll give you a place to sit out back, an umbrella, whatnot. Spread the word. But I want to do it Monday from the end. It's Memorial Day. If Nick or any of these others want to come up and play, Butch, we'll bring him live from Florida, which is going to be pretty cool. But if you want to come up and do it live from the end, that'd be good too.
Yeah, and it's the last one is Mark. I think it's Vashan. Sorry, man, I don't know.
Is that like Rogi Vashan, the old goalie?
Maybe it's Vashan. I don't know.
You're too young.
Mark Vashan, but he's played out there before. He was in the contest before all this happened, and he's the one that had that cool ring slide thing that we couldn't figure out whose that was.
Oh, right
left
on.
Behind.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 songs that he submitted. He'll be playing next week, and then the week after that, if we're still doing it, we don't know where we're going to be yet with this thing, but we do have a couple people lined up for that already. Ryan Fisher, which I'm proud to say, he's the bass player in the band, my band that I'm in. 5 Becomes West. So I was. Kind of.
He's in by himself. He's a solo act.
Yeah, I twisted his. Well, no, I just made him. I twisted his arm. He's got a soulful country voice.
Is he going to sit down here with us?
He could, but he sent me videos, So I don't know.
Oh man, he gotta come live with that shit.
He can now. I mean, he got tested. He already had COVID. He's good. he's got the antibodies. He's got the antigens. So we might need him around. But no, he's maybe we can have him play live. You know, that'd be kind of cool. So, but either way, we're going to head into Jeremy St. John. Jeremy's gonna be playing Crossroads by Cream, Little Wing by Hendrix, and What Is and What Should Never Be by, of course,
Jeremy. Man, he's good on a guitar. If you guys don't know, he can throw down. He's a good musician. I wish he was here to talk to, because I think he'd be a good interview.
Well, let's put it this way: he's playing Clapton, Hendrix, and Page. Those are the 3 songs he picked. So
and we can't interview him, man. It's like, what are you afraid of? Come on, brother, bring it, man.
That's why I'll never play after that guy.
Right. Oh, you're good, buddy. I love you, Jeremy. We're gonna play your music, and hopefully we get an interview with you.
Absolutely, and thanks again, everybody that
thanks for
participated tonight.
thanks for
appreciate
it. You guys were awesome tonight. Like I said, it was all originals. It was awesome. You guys did a great job, and
killed it. You guys killed it. It was awesome.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna bail out of the Zoom so I can watch the rest on Facebook.
Right.
Same here. Yeah, go to
Nice job, everybody. Really good.
Everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You guys are
Sounds
great.
good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We're signing off. Signing off.
Enjoy the finish of the night with Jeremy St.
Stoney, we'll talk to you soon. Andrew, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds
Thank
good.
you.
We'll see you guys.
See you guys soon.
Here. We drink, you drink, everybody drinks.
All right, cheers.
Sure. Thanks, Kent. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Steven. I just friended you,
Take care,
Steven.
guys. Take care.
All right, the Crossroad Blues, written by Robert Johnson. I heard it first on the Wheels of Fire album from Cream. Crossroads, live at the Fillmore. There's my
Thanks a lot, everybody. That was great. I'm happy to have been here.
hail to Mr. E.C. Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, and Jack Bruce. I went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knee. Down to the crossroads, fell down on my knee. I stood up above him and said, if you please. On down to the crossroads, shot the flag of mine. Down the crossroads, shot the flag of mine. Nobody seemed to know me, everybody passed me by. Going down to the road stand, with my bottle by my side. Down to the road stand, with my bottle by my side. You can still build a house, baby, on the riverside. Going down to the road stand, with my bottle by my side. Going down to the road stand, with my bottle by my side. You can still build a house, baby, in the riverside. run, you can run. Tell my film won't really down. Run, you can run. Tell my film won't really down. I'm staring at a crossroads, believe I'm sinking down. Yeah! All right, y'all. Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix. While she's walking in the crowd with a circle smile that's running down. Butterflies and zebras and moonbeams and fairy tales, that's all she ever said. And she running with the wind. When I'm sad, she comes to me with 1,000 smiles she gives to me. It's alright, she said. Sing anything you want from me. Anything. Fly on, little wing. Fly on, little wing. All right. It's a Zeppelin cover from number 2, What Is and What Never Should Be. And if I say to you tomorrow, take my hand, shall come with me. As to what castle I will take you. What's to say there should never be? It's been said when I leave a damn way about in the sky. But I really want to know, but it's so go, only goes to show. And won't be mine, not taking my time. If I say to you tomorrow, Oh, how fun it all will be. It was to stop us pitting, baby. Oh, but what is and what should never be. It's a wind space silhouette, leave a damn way up in the sky. And what? We wanna know, really don't show, only goes to show. And you be mine, not taking our time. Oh, yeah, yeah. In the sunrise, and everything still feels like rain. Happiness is what you need so bad. It's a loss when you enter and see space silhouette, leave a damn way about in the sky. Wind one blow. Really don't show, only goes to show. And you will be mine, not taking my time. Okay. Everybody I know seem to know me well. They don't seem to know that I run like hell. Baby, 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 yeah. My love, baby, 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 yeah. All right.